I had no guest to help me stall. I didn't know what to say at all. I did not have any tails so tall. I had no guest to stall, but I do now, so welcome back to another episode of... Yeah, so, like I was saying there, I could explain the Hatcherfield law. You lot mostly know that. But yeah, yeah, that's not, I had nothing, really particularly interesting to, report on. I drove around today and helped my mum with picking up stuff and dropping it off at the food bank, and then returning to the house, where I proceeded to work on the Maddie video some more. In between being called down like a bunch of times for different reasons, because we had 2 sets of guests over. I guess that's mildly interesting, but that's the anecdote. We had 2 sets of guests over that I was not expecting. There's not really much else to tell. There was a football match on. I think it was, I don't know, it was Man City versus Man U, maybe. I don't know. This is why guests are usually good at coming up with random stuff to say, and I'm not. So I bring you the thing I just said, a guest.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Ça va bien? Et toi?
Très bien, merci.
This is not going the way I was expecting, you know. As you had too many guests who have none now. It does feel like that sometimes. Some days people are like, I want to join this, and sometimes, you know, no one's around. It's kind of roll the dice, and that's, yeah, that understandable. But hey, the video for today is decently long, so it shouldn't matter too much. Except for right now, of course, because that's the reason we haven't started yet, is because the video hasn't finished loading, and
Hey,
that's kind of the
Gacha.
problem. Oh, it has now! Okay. Oh, and you just said Josh joined the chat? Perfect, because
Yes.
Josh requested this video for today. Oh,
Hey.
no. Whoa. That's not... Yeah, keep forgetting it. It starts automatically now. Yes, this is the Royale Singer 2 from the show Royale Fairy Academy. Not Royal. Easy mistake to make, of course, considering that's basically the subject material. But no, that's what the title says, so... So yeah. Josh showed me this one yesterday when I needed like something. I was like emergency searching around. I had I had Bonside Bakery as a backup, but hey, you know, here's a show that makes people mad, which we know. We love to hear. But although it does seem like I remember that you did say that you know, it seems like you're fond of one of the characters, particularly in this show.
Possibly.
Assuming I remember the names correctly, because yeah, I think there was an Eric in this one. Is that Mr. Miracle's actual name? Because there's a guy that goes by Mr. Miracle in this series. But yeah, exposing me. It's a public chat. This is my miraculous ladybug. Okay. Okay. I mean, right down to other characters being called Adrian, I suppose. Though not spelled with an E like it is in Miraculous, but, you know, close enough, close enough. I will say in the Spanish dub Miraculous Ladybug, they actually do call him Adrian, which is somewhat confusing because it should be Adrien by that pronunciation, but, you know, I guess that was too weird to say, so they went with that.
So.
Yes, it's one of those deliberate mistakes. Okay, so it is Mr. Miracle, which I can understand because the guy is Duke Devlin. He has his own theme song whenever he starts speaking. But I guess we'll probably see more of that as he returns. It's not this guy right now. That's Adrian, for what I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, he is Mr. Thief. Reason being, he like entered a store from like the back door once. So the main character discovered him. He wanted to hide. It was implied that he was going to steal something, but actually, I don't think he ever did. And that's just, you know, that was the... God, what's the opposite of a meet cute? A meet ugly? I don't know. I'm not sure. Basically, it was the kind of thing was like, well, it was like, well, I'll help you, but I find you repulsive, and that will not change in the slightest as the show progresses. For I am main character, and you are an attractive person of opposite gender. This will never this will never progress. Yeah, I'm calling that now. I meet ugly. That's how enemies to lovers start. You have meet uglies. Anyway, that was episode 1. Episode 3, on the other hand, was one right before this. They were at a concert for this influencer called Dean J, who this artist who seems the main character Rosa is a huge fan of, and so she snuck out of the academy at night in order to go here. And I think based on that reaction from you've kind of guessed what the the twist regarding Dean J might possibly be. But we're going to pretend like that's not painfully obvious, and we're just going to proceed for right now. So without further ado, on with the review. What? Okay, I think. Well, all right, fine. Just going straight at it. That is Dean J. So it was hinted at in the previous episodes, and by hinted at I mean it was like bashed over our skulls, because it was like, wow, I recognize that voice anywhere. The person singing in front of the piano, that's Dean J. Oh, Adrian, what are you doing here? What have you done with Dean J as you, the sole person in this room sitting in front of this piano? It couldn't possibly be you, could it? As you can see, the main character is not very smart.
So it's a Hannah Montana situation, but less subtle, basically.
Yeah, like Hannah Montana has some plausible deniability for some people. Yes. Others are idiots, but it really depends. In this case, I guess we just had the April O'Neil scene from the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie. Which admittedly was impressive in live action, but here just raises questions. I was literally about to say,
it's my song!
Yeah, because that like guitar riff that sounded familiar, but I was like, that sounds a bit like Faster Car. It's a different version of Faster Car, but yes. So here we go. I guess Dean J is loving Caliber in this world. You have no mic. Sorry to ruin it for a second.
Me just vibing to the music, and you're like, no mic? Nitpicking time?
Because here's the thing, like, there's a headset mic in Gacha, so there's no reason that he wouldn't be mic'd up right now. I will say I love the sound mixing in this, because I'm pretty sure that unless there's a live version of Loving Caliber performing the song in concert, I doubt the screams were there originally, which means they must have been mixed into the background. And yeah, it's a fun detail that the quieter the music is at a concert, the quieter the screams are, the less frequent they actually are. Some people will still scream, but not as many, because they want to be heard over the music that they paid to see. I don't get that, but anyway. Also, that was like the shortest version ever. I mean, very well put together, actually, because like that,
yeah,
I've done this in Audacity before, where I had to like splice a song to shorten it down. I've done that several times. And that was before Audacity they made an update recently that actually has like lines that will conveniently be on the exact beats, so I don't have to zoom in all the time anymore. But either way, yeah, I can respect that at least. Although it does raise the question as to I guess why it was like a little bit longer, considering like the whole build up of last episode was the Dean J concert, and we got a little bit of that last time. Also, Dean J had a band behind him last time. What happened to them?
They all died in a car crash.
Wow, Dean. Yeah, they were driving a faster car.
Exactly. That's why he's singing that song. It's he's singing to his fans. It's part of the lore.
Yes. A minute of silence. I said silence. I'm not playing until you stop.
Yeah. Also, what a concert, man! Can you imagine paying like what, like hundreds or thousands of dollars, and like the guy sings for a minute and a half and then leaves. And I'm like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? I paid so much money for this.
He did
Get
perform
back
like
to the
another
fucking stage.
he did perform like another song. Well, I guess like at least one more song in episode 3. I don't know because it was a montage, so it was kind of hard to tell. But and it was a non-diegetic montage, not like we heard like bits
Oh.
of several songs he played. So it could have been just one number, and then he decided like I'm going to take a break. All right, I'm leaving now. I'm also going to change from my disguise back into my disguise purely for an audience reveal in between those two segments happening. I mean, that's more effort than it's worth. Like, and there it goes again. What? Okay.
He's upset.
Okay, so he saw the shadow figure, but he importantly only saw the shadow figure after he took the wig off, which means he didn't know that was going to happen beforehand. So he has no excuse as to why he was like, "Oh, I know this figure's going to pass by now. Time to resume my chase," without taking off the rest of my disguise. Good luck with that one.
So he's chasing someone. Oh,
Yeah, it seemed like he was. Also, this is what happened in episode 3. So right before this, she was talking to a friend. I think it's called Maya actually. And Maya was like, "Oh yeah, you said you were going to talk to him whenever you saw him. Look, there he is. I'm going to push you over." And because they are flying creatures, there was enough momentum to just send her hurtling forward. And here she is being caught by him for the second time, because that happened in last episode too during an exercising class. You're so good with names. I'm good with names today because I rewatched episode 3. Normally I forget most of these.
You're not Team J.
There, this is the second time.
I was.
You're wearing the same shirt as him. Why?
This?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hold on. You're wearing the same shirt, the same gloves, the same trousers, the same like trouser chain, the same glasses. Either you stopped at the wig specifically for your Dean J cosplay, a person that you didn't know the name of or pretend not to know the name of in the previous episode, or you're an idiot. And also Dean J. Which one?
maybe he's a spam. I don't know.
Okay, but in the last episode, I mean, he pretended not to know who Dean J was. Like, I know who this Dean A person is, which obviously, if you get a name with 2 syllables wrong, that's you're clearly trying to lie.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of my exes and you can remember Logan Paul's last name despite it was 1 syllable. Don't get that. But apart from that situation, everyone else is lying.
A friend of mine gave it to me. He said it was like merch or something.
Merch? I didn't.
A friend of mine just threw an entire costume on me and said it was merch that just so happened to be the exact same clothes he was wearing today. But okay.
Merch shop at the festival. Oh, I know. Maybe you stole it from Dean J.
Hey, I didn't
There's the
steal
thief thing again.
anything from anyone. Wait a minute. Why do I have to explain myself to you?
Because I'm the only one who knows what you are.
What am I then?
Thief!
No, I'm not.
You're a cop!
This is something I just kind of noticed. Because again, to bring up Miraculous again, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen much English Miraculous, but again, because apparently according to KW, my impression of English Adrian is actually pretty good, according to her at least. That sounds like English Adrian to me. And this is the character called Adrian. I wonder if that was deliberate casting or not. Not entirely sure. It's also worth noting that Adrian is also a character who has an alter ego that wears all black. So I don't know. And I believe he also sang in a band at one point. Anyway.
Stop it with your annoying accusations.
I'm not annoying. You are.
I'm annoying? Who do you think you are?
Rosa?
What?
Oh, sorry, Maya. I didn't mean to yell.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Aren't you Dean J, bruv? Can you not, like, I don't know, raise her up or something, man? You're like a celebrity.
I don't think he wants to riz her up. They don't like each other. At this
Wait,
current
they don't
moment in
like
time.
each other? Oh.
I feel like MLB Adrian is a mix of Adrian and Eric. So basically, what you're saying is that same DNA, creator of this video, saw miraculous Ladybug Adrian and just split the character in two and just like, I'm gonna give you these traits and you these traits. Actually, that does kind of make sense because obviously MLB Adrian kind of like because like as Cat Noir, he seems very different because that's like the part of himself that he hides from the world. So yeah, I guess having one person be Adrian, one person be Cat Noir actually sort of makes sense. So yeah, can kind of see what you mean.
You,
Adrian.
It's also worth remembering that during a singing competition, Rosa actually put on an outfit that was very similar looking to Ladybug in order to disguise her identity. So, yeah, it's all connecting now, I think.
Adrian. Nice name. I hate to say this, but you guys look like a couple fighting. Aw, now I don't know who to ship. Maya.
I believe she's familiar with Mr. Miracle? Or she's talking about Dean J specifically. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think that'll ever happen. Even if she was the last girl on Earth.
That better not be foreshadowing. If we have to wipe out the entirety of existence in order to get these two to get together, I don't think it's worth it personally. Not that I think it's worth it now. These two are horrible to each other, but you know. Okay, she's familiar with Mr. Miracle. Oh, seym makes MLB videos. Oh, I might have known that and also forgotten at some point. Let me just do a quick check on the channel because I have a tab open next to me. And let's see. And yep, there's a bunch. Yeah. Most popular videos are like, well, the most three popular videos are all MLB related. The fourth one is In Love with the Poor Boy. There's other ones as well. Seems like from 5 years ago. Oh, we got some classic Gacha mini movies that trended back in the day to look forward to. Very interesting. Okay, we're gonna park that for now. Back to this.
Alone.
Oh.
Aww. See, you agreed on something.
Someday. Through someday.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait.
Huh?
Well, I assume you go to the RFA with Rosa.
Unfortunately.
So, is it okay if you take Rosa back with you?
Wait, Maya, I thought we were going home together.
I know, but
You're sending her
I think
away?
It's gonna rain really soon. There's a shortcut to our village this way. So you.
Also, my understanding is that she's currently at a boarding school and therefore should go back there anyway. Because these two don't live with each other in general anyway, so...
Adrian, I'll text you when I get home. Bye.
Maya, wait!
Take care of Rosa, Adrian.
Oh, that was a glitching frame.
Ugh, Maya!
People always read ugh as if there's like ugh for some reason. No one says ugh.
Oh, great. It's starting to rain.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should have opened that umbrella
Wait,
earlier, but
Wait, I have a physics question.
yeah.
Um,
You can ask if their wings get wet, can they stop flying if it's raining?
Well, actually, now I have two questions.
Okay, what's your first physics question?
If they can fly, can they
Yeah.
not like fly above the clouds when it rains so they don't get wet?
I guess that depends on air pressure and if they get tired or not.
Okay.
In theory, but I guess they'd have to like they have to know that the clouds are coming soon enough in order to avoid them. Otherwise, they're just gonna fly straight through them.
That's
They need they need Sia to help them out with that one.
yeah.
In any
And-
case,
And do the wings in fact get wet and stop working if they do, or
I'm
are
not
they
sure.
anti? What is it, like hydrophobic or whatever?
yeah, hydrophobic, yeah, impermeable, something like that. Not sure. We haven't had rain up until now. My guess is that they're walking currently. They don't tend to walk around to places unless they're like already standing. So that's one thing I can give credit to this series 4 is that they remember that hey, if characters have wings, they would use them. Take that, fallen angels. But But yeah, in this situation, maybe they're like, okay, well, just to be on the safe side. That is actually a very good limiter as far as like characters having flight. Would they even see where they're going? Oh yeah, they'd have to like constantly like peer down through the clouds in some way. Maybe they have to invent like goggles or something, or to like see through clouds. Maybe.
You can share the umbrella.
I was already pointing it far away from myself, so I didn't have to
Can you
adjust it
walk
at all.
Faster? It's way too late. We'll get expelled if they catch us.
He's walking
So,
in front
I
of
want to
you.
be expelled.
Whatever.
And I guess he's not under the umbrella anymore. All right.
Babysitter?
I'm tired of arguing with you. Let me go home in
Babysitter?
peace.
There's a dog behind us.
I know.
Should we go faster?
I mean, you're currently stationary, so yes, you should go faster. Any
Also,
amount of yeah.
you can fly. Why are you scared of a dog if you can just, you know, like
My guess is where we're going with this is because these two need something to bond over. We need to see Adrian have some sort of vulnerability, insecurity, phobia, or something, and Rosa has to step up, and that's something that they share. You know, tell no one else about this, but also thank you for protecting me from the evils of canine kind. I don't know. The obvious example would have been if he happened to be scared of thunder and or lightning, since we're in a storm right now. But this works too.
If we go faster, it'll change.
It takes a lot more effort to animate, but it works too.
What are you doing? Oh, Mr. Thief is scared of the dog.
I'm not.
To be fair, that thing, the animation on that thing is terrifying. You see the way the lips flapped like up and down. It's like I don't know. No, but it's all part of his tragic backstory. Before I learned to fly, the neighbors used to set their dogs on me. I don't know why they did it, but that's why I was able to run so fast in episode 1. I just remembered I was running in that episode, not flying. It was all part of my
You have to
training.
use the umbrella, or else they'll see you.
See me? What about you?
I don't care if they catch me. What are you waiting for?
Ah, so now that, you know, she did the bare minimum of being physically present during his phobia, she should have been like, oh, you know, don't worry, I'll protect you or something, or like try to, you know, get the dog to go away or something to say, just so she took like a proactive action. Because now it seems like, oh yeah, he's actually going to, you know, be nice, and it feels somewhat unearned between these two.
Go.
It was so close. Okay, I'm not sure if that was deliberately timed, but the first like boom, boom, like that was like where she like took a step, like boom, and then Adrian's reaction, boom. I'm not sure if that was properly timed or not, and then they kind of undid it, but yeah. It reminds me of remember when Don Federico showed us the Blues Brothers?
yes.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Minnie the Moocher scene. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 as that's like sneaking around.
Uh, true.
What is she doing? She'll get caught. Good riddance, babysitter.
Ah, yes, good riddance. That's why I warned you before.
Why do I have such a soft heart for damsels in distress?
I mean, she seemed to make it over just fine
Oh,
for right now.
goodbye, Royal Fairy Academy.
Who's there?
I'm sorry. What? You mean to say that you walked home in the... No, you know what? Several things, actually. You mean to say that in episode 1, you ran from a bunch of guards, you know, across an entire street and took refuge inside of a random store on the off chance you wouldn't get turned in, snuck out, 2 times physically in order to get to a concert to perform as your alter ego, walked back in a storm of close to a dog, which you are terrified of, since I guess you couldn't fly all the way back, that took several hours to return, considering that it's now morning, since they started walking. And despite all of those things, this man was able to teleport the entire time. Boy. Ah. What is
You're in my
wrong with this?
bedroom? How?
What do you mean, how? You went to a familiar location, didn't you? Unless she activated the teleportation, and you just happened to, slam into her for no reason, giving you no logistical advantage whatsoever, because if you didn't teleport, you'd have made a huge noise and collided.
Yeah. You can open your eyes now.
Where are we?
It's
Hey, that was a decent slide. That was a decent attempt at a 360 pan. I've got to analyze that frame actually, because that was for a 2D plane image, that was a little bit of a. Never seen that done with that camera rotation. I actually need to go back to this video and study that effect later. At some other time.
Where? How? Weren't we just outside? You can teleport?
I guess? Not unless you can.
If I could teleport, I would have
Oh,
done
so
it
you
a
haven't-
long time
okay.
ago.
Oh, I see. All right, so he's not that dumb. So I guess this is just something they discover they can do. Well, all right. At
Aren't
this
you
exact
going to
moment.
answer that?
Huh?
Rosa,
Maya?
are you back at the academy now?
Maybe you should take that call outside? It's for someone to see you in here.
Who's that?
But no one can see her in there. Does he think that the walls are so thin that the sound will travel from his room specifically? Because what? Okay.
Who? No one's here.
Rosa! You fairy.
What? I am not.
Two
I have a
timing.
spare robe if you want.
Okay, he's not helping, but also Maya specifically requested that this man take her back home. So the fact that he's next to her and they've just got back to the academy makes perfect sense. Why would she be shocked by this? Did she just get temporary amnesia or something? I will say though, perfect time for this delivery of the punchline from Adrian here.
It's cold.
What robe? Rosa, where are you exactly?
Well, when you said, can you take it back to the academy? Yeah, I'm back at the academy. Where do you think I was going? See, that's the thing. She can just answer back at the academy, and then no, humiliation was going to happen at all. Because she knows who Rosa was going to be with, and where she was going. And she's not even lying. She is at the academy currently. Ah, God, this show.
An answer, Rosa.
I'm in his bedroom.
See, you just said his, so she remembers who you're with. So still wouldn't be shocking.
Time in my life, I'm speechless.
It's not what you think, Maya.
You're Maya, right? Sorry, but Rosabella and I have to talk about something.
So I don't even think Maya. You're Maya,
Yeah.
right? Yes. She just said her name, genius.
That.
Well, he was just trying to
You
be,
need help with
as the medical community describes, cunty.
What?
no cupcake?
I hate you.
Oh, cupcake! You forgot your robe.
You just
Ugh,
picked up a
Maya,
robe
he's
from the floor.
lying.
Okay, so hold on. So first of all, he decides oh, it wouldn't be. You should take that call outside. It wouldn't be proper for someone to see you in here. And then he's like, I'm gonna yell across the hallway to draw attention to the fact that you are in this room currently with me. This man's motivations change from minute to minute.
OMG! You will not believe what I just saw.
I don't know if you've seen this character before. I think that might just be a random bystander.
Good morning, Rosa.
Good morning. Do we have
How
an
early
activity
is
this
it?
early?
Not really, but I wanted to hear it from you.
Hear what from me?
You know,
What do I know?
Adrian and you know.
This is the you've seen him before. I forgot his name. Okay, I think Kai. All right, well, we'll go with that for now. Also, the fact that someone came to thought, it kind of reminds me of like whenever like something would happen in Katic Academy and Millie and Tamiya would just show up in front of someone's door, just being like, interview for the school paper.
What about Adrian and me?
Rosa, I thought we were friends. You can trust me.
Okay, tell me you're
have you had
lying
breakfast
without
yet?
telling me you're lying.
Yeah.
You can trust me. Tell me all your
No?
secret. I promise I won't
Great,
tell
we can sit
anyone.
down.
Hmm.
Oh, heterochromia.
Yeah, but
Why are
well,
they all
it's
looking
classic
at us?
gacha.
Not at us, just you.
Huh? Why?
But no one was looking at
Let's get
her.
our food
What?
first.
You look tired. What
There's
were
not a
you doing
single
last night?
person who.
I just
anyway.
stayed in my room all night.
All night?
Why? Did
Okay,
none of you
now they're
stay in your
looking.
rooms all night?
Well, yeah.
Okay, that I do like, and the fact that it seems like the director actually stepped in and was like, "We need to make sure this is properly timed." So, yeah, actually got the takes that were needed.
What is he talking about?
She stayed up in Adrian's room.
I did not.
That's what I've been
J'accuse.
trying to ask you. Kai said he saw you leaving Adrian's room last night.
You've got it all wrong.
Don't say a word unless you want to be expelled. Here.
Cupcake?
That's
I mean, that
it.
does make sense.
That's what they call each other. Cupcake.
Don't you dare.
What?
Are you
Oh right, I forgot. There's always got to be that the bully character must have a crush on Adrian. Again, just to make this an even bigger miraculous ripoff than it already is.
really sure you don't want to go to class yet?
I'll catch up.
All right, see ya.
See, you remember the names. This is the theme song, by the way. Whenever Mr. Miracle's around, that's Eric.
So, is it true?
Huh?
It's alright if you don't want to answer.
It's hard to explain.
So,
I get to be the good person now. You know, since there's a worse option. That means you're gonna come crawling back to little old me, and the fans will adore you for it.
true. That's deep.
All I can say is, there's nothing going on between me and Adrian.
A little bit of animation going on. And Rose.
I look at you, you make me blind.
Okay, this guy wasted no time whatsoever. It was like, there's nothing going on between me and Adrian. Oh, okay, fine, back to normal then. Cue the music. Yeah, just like a mariachi band on standby. There's zero Rosa and Eric shippers, I'll let you know. Interacted with the fandom. Okay, that's very interesting. Because normally there's at least a few people going for, I guess, what would be in this case the first couple. Actually, wait, no. Technically speaking, I think Adrian was introduced first, so yeah, he'd be the first option here. It's rarely ever like, you know, not the first person that you meet that a main character will end up with. Normally the structure is introduce the first person, then introduce rival love interest to spice up the drama, revert back to the original person. Except for the fact that always results in like a split between the fandoms, of course. Team Edward and Team Jacob being the prime example in mainstream, Garmao and Larmao being the option for, us Aphmau folks. But, yeah, well, in the case of Garmao and Larmao, that was at least a subversion because she chose neither one of them. And that was at least new and innovative. This, on the other hand, I don't know. I hope you ended with my ass on just about the updates. Oh, is the show not over yet? Is this still ongoing? Ah, interesting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's all just Rosa and Adrian. Or potentially Rosa and Maya, you never know. Depends on Yeah, I'm sure Prism can fill us in on that one.
Why do you have to be so beautiful all the time?
Let's go to class together.
The problem is these two seem at least more compatible. Not that Eric is, a saint or anything, because I mean, he found out that that Rosa snuck into his room last episode, and his first response was pretend to be asleep, and then start immediately flirting as soon as he had an opening in the conversation. But hey, at least they seem to like each other.
Competition ended with a tie. Although, I still don't have a lead on who hacks the enchanted ball.
Prof D.
Yeah, echo effects are great for thoughts in someone's mind. That's universally accepted now as the way to describe thoughts. Except for that's not really an echo filter. That's just more, I think, someone like the same DNA layered 2 layers of the exact same track, and then moved one of them slightly, which means you get a little bit of a different effect than a proper echo. No one ships Rosa and Maya would be better. Yeah, hey, look, there's history there. They actually are proper friends, but anyway.
Team 2 won the first game, and Team 1 won the second, since somebody forgot about their own partner. Speaking of which, where is Eric?
Oh, whoops.
And Rosabella? Adrian?
Rosabella went to get some fresh air, Professor.
Where would Adrian know what either of them are? Apart from the rumors.
Good. You're both here. Now that everyone's present, we can begin with today's activity. You'll be
The main 2 ships I prefer, Eric and Rosa. Hey, well, you know what? We'll start clamoring for that. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad someone else hates enemies to lovers. I too despise enemies to lovers. The only exception is Armau, but only because in my street they actually, technically started off as friends, and then, friends to enemies lovers. It's like, whatever. At least there's some positive first connection there. But okay, all right. Well, we're starting this. We need some. Is there an official ship name that they have in the fandom? I mean, not that the fandom would have given them one, but I mean, the creator did. Is there one of those?
different groups of 4, and as a team will create a simple potion for a transformation spell. Team 1, Pink, Rosabella, Kai, Ori. Team 2,
Eric and Rosa, that's it.
Laura, Emma, and Adrian. Create the alternate potion successfully, and your wing color will change for 7 minutes. This potion can change you into many other things, but that's for the advanced classes.
Wait, so does that mean that a potion would change, but that you have to change the recipe of the potion, or the ingredient dosage, or what? How? If they brew it incorrectly, would they transform into something else, and that would be, technically more advanced because a happy accident? What are the rules here? Is it like the potion of Theseus? At what point do you start replace ingredients and it still is the same potion? That's the real question here. Arabella, okay. All right, fair enough. We need some hashtag Arabellas from in the comments. So yeah, anyone watching the chat right now or watching the VOD, in the comments, we need hashtag Arabella.
And remember, only use 2 drops of Transformus. Any more and the transformation will be drastic.
2 drops, you say?
Aw, there's a puppy on your shoe.
Well, there's the dosage.
Prof D, there's a puppy in here.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you since yesterday.
Meanwhile, this is where Adrian's like, puppy, dog. His PTSD starts acting up. Wait, you can't? Oh, right. If you're on a phone, then you have to close down live chat to do it. Yeah, okay, never mind. All right, then. If you're on a phone, wait until the video's over. If you're on a laptop right now, then, you know, that it will work.
You may begin.
Rosabella, we can't
Did the puppy just vanish for a frame? Hold on.
all day. Try to find the ingredient.
Advanced classes. And remember, only use 2 drops of Transformers. Any more and the transformation will be drastic.
2 drops, you say?
Aw, there's a puppy on your shoes, Kai.
Prof D, there's a puppy in here.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you since yesterday.
Okay, that puppy just had like part of his ear fall off. But also, it would be like a it'd become like a dark joke if it's like, you know, oh, you don't know what happened to the last student who brewed this potion wrong. Prof D, there's a puppy on the floor. Oh, it's the last student. It was like
You may begin.
Rosabella, we
Yep, it
can't
disappeared for a
wait all
frame.
day. Try to find the ingredients for the alternate potion.
What do you mean try to find them? No one's moved from the table. Is this like do you just are they not like provided?
Wait, what's this?
What is what?
The Casaria?
What do you mean, Kozaria?
I thought she said Casaria as in like casarse, as if like that's like a marriage potion. Knowing this show, they could have gone that direction.
Sorry, Professor.
I must have given you the wrong book. Here, use this.
Ah, yes, here an identical book. I guess that's why it would be a mistake. You know, Volume 2 versus Volume 1 type of situation. But also, that's what gave it away. The fact that you turned to a page and you saw a thing you wouldn't have recognized. First of all, Rosa's new to this school. She could have just got like the wrong page or something. He didn't say turn to page 294 or anything.
That page doing here? I thought I ripped all those pages out.
We're waiting.
Alternus Potion Beginner. Red Root, 2 drops of Transformus, 1 Dandelion.
Double check that we didn't miss any ingredients.
Yeah, Rosabella.
It's the Gravity Falls books. I think there's 3 of those, right?
Now, to see if it works.
Okay, the implication is that, you know, Pink was... Oh, never mind.
Why don't you drink the potion?
Yeah, the implication was that she was going to, like, add more drops of Transformers than was required, but she had, like, I don't know, like, someone's hair or something. A string of spaghetti, I don't know what that was.
I'm sure that it's fine. Now drink it.
Adrian, it looks like you're in the wrong group.
Yeah, this man is constantly, you know, jumping in to save her from Pink's pranks. So at least he has that going. You know, he doesn't want her to humiliate herself. He just wants to... Oh, wait, no, never mind. He absolutely does want to humiliate herself because that's what happened in the previous scene. So, yeah, I really don't know what his deal is right now. Never mind.
Checking if they made their potion right.
We can't
Also,
confirm
background
anything until
AFMAL
somebody
music.
drinks the alternus. Since you volunteered, why don't you drink it? I'm
okay.
waiting.
That wasn't... Okay.
If something bad happens to me...
The liquid just vanished. Okay, I guess it was like a, you know, bit of a difficult thing to do in animation. And so did he. He vanished too. Unless he's now also a puppy. Oh my goodness, I called it. I knew it. I knew... Ah, the psychic powers strike again. By the way, Adrian, it's a running gag on Gacha Review now that I predict things as offhand jokes, and they actually end up coming true.
Love that.
But you said...
Oh,
You destroyed
must
my
have gotten some
potion. No.
Yeah, you destroyed my potion and turned someone into a dog, but mostly my potion.
You only use 2 drops of Transformers, right?
Yes, Professor.
I mean, I added a string of spaghetti from the cafeteria, but, you know,
I thought I put the 2 drops.
Wait, I did too.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's going to be a while before Adrian returns to normal. Rosabella, Since Adrian's
Can he stay a puppy? Well, he won't talk that way, so yeah, I'm all for this plan actually.
it's your job to look after him until then.
I can take care of him, Prof D.
Let's ask Adrian then.
Okay, no one did, but I guess you can understand them still. I mean, yeah, obviously.
Rosabella it is.
Oh, he's...
Okay, I will also, again, I'll have to give credit to the flying in this again, like the fact that, you know, when he pulled down the physics of like trying to pull down like a flying object as he seemed to activate, so they can bounce up and down a little bit. So at the very least, the visual details are something that seym DNA pays attention to a lot. The same can't be said for the writing, but you know, that's kind of like par for the course with a lot of gacha nowadays.
Cute.
How did you not see that? She didn't even bash her head, she bashed the side of herself. But whoa, those eyes were going all over the place. My mum has a word for doing that, for not seeing where you're going and crashing into stuff. She calls it doing an Alberto. Because at one point when this kid called Alberto that we went to school with was like not looking where he was going and just like smacked straight into a lamppost outside of school.
Adrian, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? I know you can understand what
I saw
I'm
that guy
saying.
recently, actually.
I never told you to drink
He's
that
fine.
potion.
Is Adrian giving you a hard time?
Yep.
It seemed like they were playing catch or something. Like, all right.
Is he always like this?
This is the first time I've seen him as a puppy. Now you're smiling again.
I always get into trouble because of you. Shouldn't you be looking after me?
Have you eaten yet?
It's alright. I'm not really hungry.
Well, I'm hungry. I've been chasing my tail 4 hours straight.
Then
Come on,
bark or
let's go
something.
eat. Adrian will come out when he gets hungry.
Adrian, let's eat!
Or you can call him. That works too.
Stay here, okay? I'm gonna watch the Royal Singer face off.
What?
Royal Singer face off. Wait, semifinals are today? I can't go looking like this.
I mean, you didn't seem to be going at all. But hey, at least you can teleport. You know, you won't have to worry about flying over.
Right? So you should just stay here. Don't go outside. I'm going to watch D&J.
Me too, Alberto. He's gonna love the fact he's a relatable figure on the channel.
Can't know I'm a contestant. I'll just change into my costume when I get there. Bye!
Wait! Can puppies teleport?
I mean, I don't see any reason why they couldn't. In this world, at least.
What do you mean? Where is D&J?
Or not. Okay, it kind of seemed like, oh, okay. I thought like a D&J song about to kick in, and the poor announcer was going to have to perform the song for everyone. I thought that's what it was going. It's like, oh no, DJ's not here. The music's like, no, don't start the music. I'm not the person you expected. I hate to disappoint. I don't know, something like that. Just a real Hannah Montana situation. Because if you listen to like the actual lyrics of a lot of Hannah Montana songs, it's all basically the same thing. It's all about how she's not the person that you think she is and how she has a secret or something. She's not very subtle in her own lyrics. Just people don't take them literally. But yeah, it's like very... I guess, you know, write what you know. That's really appropriate for... for artists. But, I mean, at some point, you got to spruce it up a bit. Trust me on that one.
Welcome to the Royal Singer Face-Off semifinals.
That's true. The two
5
songs will
singers
be 2
battle
seconds
this
long.
round,
Yeah.
And it all depends on you who will be in the finale. Here are your judges for tonight.
Also, obligatory Felix comparison.
Unfortunately, D&J will not be with us this evening, but I'm sure he will be at the finale. Now, without
Wait.
further ado,
Hold on. If he misses the semifinals, is he allowed to perform in the finals? Like, or is this like a tour or something? How does this face-off work? What are the rules?
please welcome our top 5.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, I guess we're gonna get a now we get a diegetic montage, I think.
Well, let's name that dragon that's under your bed. He'd be a lot less scary if his name was Fred.
Okay, actually, you know what? I would not mind if that song got expanded a bit. It's cheesy, but it's the right kind of cheesy. I'm at. It's like the song that like a camp monitor would get you to like do a call and response to. Okay, I can hear backup singers in my headphones, so yeah, these aren't like all original songs. I haven't heard the Name Was Fred one, but I now want to. Not this one though. What? You just drop. Hold on. Okay, so wait a second. That's a trumpet.
That's a twist.
Yeah,
and
we can all agree that's a trumpet, right?
Does not sound like that.
Yeah, what we're hearing, I'm pretty sure is a tuba, right?
Yeah, it's either a tuba or a French horn. Which, like, what the fuck? Like, why are you like? I don't know, play Mexican mariachi music or something. That uses trumpets. Like, don't play friggin' Beethoven's composition for tuba number 5. Like, why are you
doing? But actually, you know what? Play Jaden's trumpet remix. Someone made a Jade Animations remix a while ago because I think she did like a introduction of some kind, like in a video talking about Ari or whatever, and then went like, and then somebody turned that into like a whole song. Yeah, like that was the whole thing. Play that instead. Composition for tuba number 5. Yes. A little bit of Mozart's what I hear. A little Salieri disappear. A little bit of Franz Liszt not born yet.
Did you hear a tuba over there?
Anyway. I think that might be Pink's disguise for this, you know, considering that it looks like Queen Bee. Just guessing. I mean, if it is actually Pink, then that's kind of the opposite of what she's doing right now with Adrian. She wants to be his girl. He wants her to call him up, you know, once he's, you know, de-animalized. Okay, yeah, here's Pink. I didn't remember that. I purely I purely based that on how similar this is to Queen Bee's costume. Okay, this is going to be a very minor nitpick, but usually the reason that singers will, you know, pull a microphone you know, away and towards themselves is because actually, you know, it's usually whenever they have to go louder or quieter, but also when they go higher or lower. So actually, usually it's like the high notes you like go further back instead, so you won't.
Yeah, because you don't want to freaking blast people's eardrums. So
yeah.
you gotta be careful.
Good grief. It's like a few centimeters away from her face like this. That's way too close. I'm guessing that whatever song they prepared in the past, the backup singers are part of whatever, I guess, the karaoke track that's being used for this live event, maybe, or the backup singers are just like off stage somewhere. I will say, now that I think about it, being a backup singer for an artist might be like a decent a decent job with some decent stories, because I mean you get to do the same tours as them, you get to perform the same songs
Yeah,
them in
it
some
has to
other
be
way,
rewarding.
but also but without like the pressures that intense fame would bring along.
Yeah. And I feel that way about backup dancers and stuff. Like they get to do the same shows as like performers and stuff,
Yeah.
but they don't have nearly the same amount of pressure on them as the center person has.
Okay, new Gacha mini movie idea, just a backup singer. It's that somebody it's all about somebody who gets a job as a backup singer, worked way up to that, but feels unsatisfied, wants to like wait for their big break of some kind in order to get their own solo or something, and then they do that for a bit and it goes pear-shaped and they realize, oh, this was actually the better version of what I had before. I'm fine being in the shadows without so much of a pressure on me, and then that's the moral of the story. I don't know. And then probably some romance involved in there because I don't know, people like that in Gacha. But whatever. That's like the B plot.
Face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places.
Finally. I wonder who this No I'm Not Your Baby is.
Gee, it's a mystery. Actually, considering this is called No I'm Not Your Baby, actually that's the last song we heard, the Vibing on My Own one, actually makes more sense for her to sing than it does for Pink. The backup singer, it's lead singer. Oh, so it's like it's a case of like, oh, you're just like, I'm jealous of like you being able to be in the spotlight, and then oh no, it's like, oh,
I also
that's better. Yeah, it's like it's like your life seems amazing. Your life seems amazing.
Wait. Is that how people kiss nowadays, man?
No, that's just an Alex Myers impression. Anyway, it's the piano playing by itself. That is a good point. They brought that on.
No. There is a very tiny elf creature that's jumping on the keys. You can't see them because they're very small.
There is an actual there's like several Tom and Jerry things where Jerry's like tap dancing on a piano or something. Yeah,
that's exactly
like river dancing. Yeah. Composition of a piano number 5. I mean, that is more likely than not most of the time. I will say, as much as like Elton John has like huge showmanship, and that was like part of that, all that's like the razzle and the dazzle. That's part of his whole thing. He described himself ultimately as a piano player first and foremost. So now I'm just imagining that like an Elton John performance of some kind at some point where he just gets up from the piano and it continues to play on its own.
And if at that concert that I went to, he'd gotten up and the piano had kept playing, I would have been like, what the fuck? This man is God. Like, what? I would have lost my crap. Like, what? That would have been different.
Yeah, certainly would. She does look like... You see what I mean?
She does, in fact. But it's a cute outfit. And whoever's singing.
Sorry?
Whoever is singing has a nice voice.
That is true. I think these songs are just like from other places, mainly Epidemic Sound. So it's not like
Yeah, Epidemic Sound produces some great music. I really like Epidemic Sound.
I'm just making sure that's clear in case it's like, oh, these aren't like original songs.
Yeah, of course, I'm aware.
Okay, all right.
Can you imagine just being able to pull that off? Just like no practice, no studio, nothing. Just fucking voice actor, do it, and they just do that.
Yeah, no gacha would be that crazy to try to make an original gacha musical. No, couldn't. Yeah, it never happened. I mean, yeah, all the clues are kind of like stacking up.
The moment we've all been waiting for. The singers will advance to the finale.
Wait, no, sorry. There's a surprise entry from Dean J. Who let the dogs out? Who? Oh, now we get, build up in suspense here.
You'll be sore. No way, not your baby. Congratulations.
So again, this does work through elimination rounds, which means that Dean J just skipped this entire process by not showing up. That should be a disqualification.
Where'd he go? He's not here.
Surprised he didn't think to teleport back before Rosa arrives.
You know
all
why I'm
things
here,
considered.
Donovan. So you've heard. It's only a matter of time before the Azorians hear about this.
Azorians?
Okay, interesting backface.
No one else should know.
I understand.
May I know the name of this commoner?
Rosabella.
The babysitter?
You may want to ask Her Majesty about this. She's...
Oh yeah, actually, fitting enough, the king actually gave an offer to No, I'm Not Your Baby in episode 2. The cliffhanger of the episode 2 was like, I have an offer for you, and we don't hear what it is, and then episode 3 starts off by going, I hope you consider my offer, and we just never hear what it actually is. So if it's need to find Rosabella, might be closer than he thinks. Yeah,
I don't know why, but the king's outfit does not look particularly appropriate for a monarch. I don't know. Like, if I was a king, I'd be wearing something a little more, I don't know, a little less streetwear and a bit more, I am a king, in fact, actually, for real. Yeah. But it might be a gacha problem. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing that I do know is that due to like over here in the UK, or I guess more England specifically, it used to be a rule that, like, depending on your social status, you were allowed to wear certain colored clothing or you weren't, and purple was reserved for royalty. Other than that,
yeah, that is true. It is the same in Korea and China. I think in China during the Qin dynasty, yellow was reserved from high-ranking noblemen and emperors.
okay, yeah.
Because it was
I think I said it was all purple in all these situations. Like, wow, they love those. They love those crushed beetles.
Purple was a very expensive dye to make, so at
Yeah,
least
'cause you had to crush beetles from it, so that was why.
Yeah, so
which is weird because they didn't. Did they not try to mix red and blue together? Was that a later discovery?
That was probably a later discovery, I imagine.
Okay.
I imagine that discovery came around about the same time that Newton figured out that the prisms could split light, which is when color composition was discovered. I think that's probably around
okay then.
Time. So it took a while.
Not yet.
Windy, I need more information about Rosabella. Is it because of Magibottle? It's more than that. When do you want it, Your Majesty?
Okay. Magibottle. That was because, like, in a previous scene, it's supposed to try and, like, use I think it was just regular old telekinesis to try and move a bottle, and the only person who did it was Rosa, and was like, no one's been able to move the bottle before, not since what? I can't say yet. It's a spoiler. So it's that kind of thing. So clearly Rosabella getting into this school as a commoner was not a fluke or a sign of like, oh, we're opening up a program to new exchange students. Like, oh, wait a minute, you're actually super special, yeah.
Imagine being a commoner. Couldn't be me.
I mean, yeah, it kind of undermines a little bit of the idea behind this, or at least what the presumed idea was, because the reason she joined the academy was because first of all, she sold flowers to the king and queen for this particular festival or something. Then Pink, who is the princess, by the way, of course she is, treated her poorly during that time. And then as a result, someone's like, oh, well, Royal Fairy Academy is opening up its doors. We're going to, open the doors to one lucky commoner. You've been mistreated by my daughter. I'm going to give that to you. And it's sort of like, well, I mean, your average person trying to make their way in the world. It's sort of like the worst witch, if anyone, to the Brits who grew up with that show. And yeah, but in this case, like, oh, wait a minute, she's actually super powerful. So technically, she doesn't, perceived to be less special than everyone. She actually is more special because main character's like, you were close to doing a thing there, but you didn't do the thing.
Tonight.
I guess I should just stay here.
Listen.
Who knows what they'll do if I go back to my room?
What? Why would they do anything to you?
Please don't go.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Does he have telepathy and teleportation? So okay, so he has telepathy and she has telekinesis. Like, what is
Move. Move with your mind.
This is there's I'm just remembering there's a there's a Mortal Filemon joke that I remember where it's doing like an edition that's called the Wizard. So one like rival mob person wants to take out El Super, and he's like hiring a wizard. It's like, okay, so tarifa normal, blah 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 blah, tarifa dos, blah blah something, and then the special one is la telepatía, la telequinesia, la telesfora. La telesfora. Sí, la mujer de un servidor que le mete así un bofetón a la mula y la quema de un gol. So yeah, that's what we're missing right now. We've got all the other things. We just need la telesfora.
La tia needs to get involved in this.
They were the targets.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll call La Teta then.
Oh my goodness. Go to get a drink. Please entertain my chat. Oh, right. Okay. So in case anyone's wondering, yeah, KW usually at this time is streaming Baldur's Gate 3. And because of that, it's like, I guess it's a drink. Sometimes we'll like watch part of this stream particularly. And I guess right now we are currently being seen by KW's audience as well as mine. So hello to them.
You are all beautiful beings of light.
Yeah, I'm so glad you just make a Spanish inside joke right at the second that a new audience joined. But great timing, but oh well. Prism says hello to you as well. We are just about done, by the way. I've got like 1 more minute of this.
Who are you? And why are they so curious about you?
Curse my animal instincts. I will not find out.
Pink, I don't think we should go in there.
No! I want to know why Adrian isn't in his room. Who knows what that commoner did to him?
I want to know why Adrian's not in his room, so I'm going to go to a different room.
Adrian?
Okay, I'm guessing that means that he transformed back during his sleep, so that they were just found together in the same bed. I think that's what happened. But oh well. Voiced by probably C. We don't quite know. We're not sure. It's probably C, but it could be someone else. This is like, It was like, please stop predicting things for things I've already seen. Ah. Ah, yes, mystery person. I forgot. Yeah, Kamexri was in this whole time. Oh, I haven't said that in a while.
Oh my god! I just realized that's like the first time. You know why? Because I was looking at the credits, right, and it reminded me of that time we did an episode for something, like, and I made one of the characters like Russian or something, and I kept saying "suka blyat."
Oh yeah, I think that might have been when we tried to do Ultra Nova Abridged.
Yes,
yeah, it was Ugo Brezhnev. Yeah.
Ugo Brezhnev. Da.
Yeah. I don't know if I still have those recordings because one thing that happened last year is that unfortunately my backup drive that I had actually just broke one day, so I could no longer use it. I tried to get it fixed in like an actual proper tech store, but yeah, I lost like a lot of archival footage as a result of that. Because like, oh hey, I'll back this up and I will get to it when I get to it, during like the other more urgent projects, and then it just never happened. So yeah. Who knows? Unfortunately, we can't get Caroline back as the VA for Nash Mayer. She was really excited about that when originally. So if that ends up getting rebooted again, then that's gonna probably have to be a conversation. But anyway,
okay. So the pros of the episode for me are there are fairies, and I am in fact a very I am a being of darkness, which appreciates being illuminated by the light of fairies.
Okay, I thought you were gonna make a gay joke there. All right.
I
was like, where's he going with this?
I was this close. You have no idea how close I was. It was forming, but
I faint idea.
And yeah, I don't know. I do like the plot structure. I got good vibes. I like it. 10 out of
10. All right, fair enough. For me, the pros are mostly in the technical side again. I mean, sure, we had a disappearing puppy for like one frame. And also the implication that somebody else took that potion, because that was a joke before, but it seems like that transformation happened. It was the exact same puppy both times, which means that it's probably a known effect of the potion that the beginners class wouldn't have known. So, where did that dog go? Also, he said it would take a few days before he would turn back. So if he did end up transforming again, that's a question for another day. Yeah. Story wise, I mean, we still have just we had like the fabrication of trying to get these characters to be closer together until that was immediately undone again, and then was redone by turning to Puppy, but then also undone by the suspicion that Adrian was somehow mad, despite the fact that he actively stopped her from drinking the potion. And again, he seems to teeter between having like between like wanting to humiliate her in some sort of way and start like rumors about the pair of them, but I guess transforming into something random, I guess, was a step too far, or getting caught out of bounds for a concert that they both snuck off to, despite the fact that he doesn't care to be if he gets expelled. So I don't know why he put in the effort to try and stay hidden. He has been known to try to get out of Royal Fair Academy at other stages, but you think that being Dean J, his future would be a little bit more secure than he is currently letting it on to be. So anything to do with Adrian, I am not exactly keen on right now, including the ship. But I'm guessing people can guess that. A reminder once again that Arabella is our mission to put in the comments of this video, or potentially actually also the video in the description, which is obviously the original episode. But yeah, that might be that. And And then of course there's Rosa, whose IQ has remained unchanged. Eric seems to have gone to be a more decent person. Maya has developed I think what was it, like anterograde amnesia, whatever Dory has. That's what she has. Maya's become Dory. So yeah, not exactly fond of that, mainly because it's like it's not actually intentional. Just in case, like, oh wait, we've already scripted this. We didn't look that far through. I think the best thing to do is to load up a particular quote that I have. I think it was this one. All right, here we go.
That wasn't a good play.
I'll say. No kidding. Horrible. You said it.
But the effects were decent.
Yeah, that's my response to this. Yeah. I'm starting to see what you mean. In the past, he's been like, oh, great, get this guy off screen. But now I'm like, no, get the other guy off screen. Bring this guy back, please. He's far better. He is the lesser of two evils. But yeah. Other than that, I think that's all I have to say about this. Or still don't know what that offer from the king was supposed to be. But I guess now I've got a new cliffhanger to potentially ignore. Just in order to have like the cliffhanger, the proper like next time will be with Pink, which I assume will not get skipped, much like the unlike the episode 2 to 3 explanation. The the like narrative device I think I liked about this is probably the way that we see a little bit of Adrian's perspective before Rosa gets pushed into him, because that was like the very end we saw from her perspective last time, and then why she was getting pushed, and then now we get a little bit of that. I like it when stories will take some time to be like, oh, so while this was happening, that was happening, and they do it visually. I like when that happens. But yeah, other than that, all my other pros are purely on the technical side of things. But yeah, wasn't the offer to back down from the competition? I don't remember that. All I remember is I have an offer for you. Cliffhanger. Next episode. Consider my offer. Bye now. Maybe that was just we found out later. Anyway, that's I guess yeah. Next time we'll see where the priorities lie. Whether or not it's the international the geopolitics of the Fey realm, or it's will will Rosa and Adrian be caught in the same bed? I don't know. It remains to be seen. But I guess in between that time, please either like or dislike, because your opinion matters, as Greg knows already. And on that note,